this is your boy Marcus on our channel Mark Farms. As we always bring to you, we bring you stuff that are normally based on poultry and agri products. So today we'll be talking about some essential stuffs. They are very important in or the fundamentals of poultry production. So you have to know this before you can start a poultry business. So if today is your first time on this channel, make it a point to like, follow and subscribe to my channel. It's not because you have the money, you can buy the poultry, you have the land, you have a coop, but you have to gain knowledge before you start it. It's not just how you see it. There are things that are hidden that you should know, and I'm coming to uncover them to you so that when you start your poultry business, you will not face any problems. I bet you are not going to face any problem. So sit down, relax, and let's continue. Follow me to go and explore my poultry farm. Let's go. So I told you that today we'll be talking about some essential stuff you have to do to get your poultry business running. Okay, so people will be wondering where I had these energetic birds from. As a farmer or as a poultry farmer, your main priority are these birds. These birds are going to either attest as to whether you're going to make it or not make it. So to start your poultry, it is very essential to get the right breed or quality and healthy chicks. So we have a lot of hatcheries around Ghana and the world at large, but some of them do not follow the simple protocols that should be followed during egg or during the taking of the eggs to their hatcheries. Others just handle with them without nothing. They just take the eggs, and the next stuff you see is that they put them into their hatcheries or their incubators. And when there is any infections on the eggs, it can be transmitted to the new offspring that will be hatched. You have to get an accredited poultry or a hatchery that will be supplying your birds. You have to trust that people or that supply of your chicks should be accredited, or you have to trust them, because these chicks will make your day or they will not make your poultry farm. So when you are done considering that, so before your poultry or your chicks are in, you have to set up a brooder. So when you talk about a brooder is, let's say, simply put, a home made for these small chicks, because as they come, they don't have parents. So you're going to look after them as if you are the chicken. So making a brooder, you can just make a brooder. Let's say you have a business like this, then you just block a portion of the poultry, then you put them inside. You understand? Then you supply them with feed. So that's known as a brooder. So as the poultry comes in, you prepare a brooder for them to come and sleep inside. They are just like babies. As you give them birth to babies, you prepare a place for the baby. The chicks are being delivered to you. Most of the time, they are day old. I'll also encourage you to always get the day-old chicks and start them so that you can be able to monitor their health-related problems. Because some people will say, I can't take care of a day-old chick, so look after them for me. And when they are, let's say, 2 weeks old, they can come for them. So what these people do is that they might look after them anyway, because they know after all, I'm not the one going to stay with them, I'll just deliver them. So you can feed them badly or poorly, and when they come to your poultry field, they become sick, then later you see them die. So I would always advise you to always go for the day-old chicks. I always advise you. So when you are having your day-old chicks, then you put them in the brooder. You supply them with feed, because as they are day-old, they will be needing heat, or they will need something that will serve as their mother. Because when the local chick gives birth to it, or hatches 8 chicks, it broods it. So, but in this case, we don't have the parents over here. So you have to provide them with something, a source of heat. So people use People use heated lamps. Others also use gas. And I'm going to emphasize something over here. The gas is very dangerous in the sense that you can burn up your poultry farm, because let's say when I supply gas outside, then the fire is burning inside. Then to provide heat to the poultry, it can accidentally cause a fire outbreak. But or also this emission of carbon monoxide can lead to the death of your chicks, so which will not be good. So I would advise you to use a heated lamp or the infrared lamps. which will be good. So when you're done getting your infrared light, now feeding is very essential. Feeding is very essential in the sense that the feeding is going to determine the growth of your chicks. So as they are little, you start, depending on the type of production you are going to. Others go for these chicks in terms of egg production. Others also go for it in terms of meat production. So during, or if you are going to produce chicks in terms of egg production, you can go in for the Island brown, or yeah, you can go for the layers. But when you are going in for what's the name, egg meat production, then you can what's the name, go in for the broilers. Also the broilers are also normally produced very for occasions, you understand. So I was talking about feed. Feed is very essential. You don't just go for feed anywhere, because one time I could remember when I was buying feed, I bought a feed that was only wheat brown. And wheat brown is a supplement that helps, okay, the birds to be nice and also, but it needs essential stuff like maize, soya beans, let's say something like fish, dried fish and stuff that are going to improve the nutritional content within the organism for it to grow. I hope you understand. So when you are able to secure good food, or to me, I produce my own food locally because I don't trust the food product. So after you check in for your feed, make sure you are getting an accredited or a correct or a quality feed for your chicks. You have to also consider the cages. So for brooders, their cages are not actually big. But when these chicks start growing up, now they are, let's say, we started brooding them, now they are about growing. Very soon we'll transfer them to the open space. So when they grow like that, you need a lot of exercise. So when you enclose them in a small environment, they're not able to exercise well. So they don't become healthy and strong. So I'd advise you that when you brood, your chicks should be different from when you go if you are into egg production, where you are going to look after them till you sell them. So I will encourage you to produce it. So I produce my food locally. So after that, when you are done producing your food and you are able to feed your chicks, you have to get a plan or a ratio of how you feed your chicks for them to be energetic. So you can do a certain analysis. You count the number of chicks you have. Then you apportion a particular meal, and your time of feeding your chicks should be correct. If it is 6 o'clock, when it is 6 o'clock, you give them food. So by doing this, you're going to get a good produce. Encourage you to always put the grown-up chicks at a big enclosure where they can exercise their bodies for long. Also, when you are into meat production, so let's say if somebody is into broiler production or layer production, this one you are into Kenyeji farming. These breeds are very strong, and let's say when you are comparing the Kenyeji breed to either the broiler or the layer, in terms of disease resistance, they have, let's say, if I'm to raise them, this one will be having like 65% disease resistance. Then those poultry, then the broilers will be having, let's say, 45 disease resistance. Okay, so these ones, they are very strong. They are genetically strong because before I go for the chicks, we do more research into the chicks. You understand? So they are genetically strong. So what we are doing right now is we are doing a mixture of egg production and also meat farming. So these ones, when you start laying, their eggs are going to hatch them because these breeds are very strong. You understand? So when you are done with the enclosure you are going to put it in. Now, to come to ventilation. Ventilation is a hallmark for poultry production. I repeat, ventilation is a hallmark for poultry production. So you have to ventilate your poultry in such a way that the chicks are going to get maximum air supply. You understand? So let's say you have to build the wall of your poultry from the base. You have to you can do like two courses of the block. And after that, it continues with the mesh. This is going to help. Also, the direction of your poultry should be to the east, to the west, so that the sun will not the maximum in the poultry, even though the poultry or the fowls like it. You understand? Also, you have to construct your cage in such a way that when air is coming, air will get a nice way to pass through your poultry. And also, when these chicks defecate or drops or defecate, yeah, something like that, for a long time, you see that there's some scent generated in the poultry farm, which is ammonia. So if you do not ventilate your poultry very well, it will lead to the contraction of what's the name, some respiratory diseases. You understand? Also, the only sign you see that, let's say, a poultry is, let's say, not active as it used to be, you have to quarantine it. This will be very important to stop the spread of a particular disease. I will also entreat you to also work side with your veterinary officers so that your poultry will not just die at once. Because some people, some friends of mine, they said they were not going to contact the veterinaries. They were doing their thing. One day when they woke up, they were ordered because they were not being vaccinated from the hatchery. That's why I will entreat you to always get an accredited hatchery. I repeat, an accredited hatchery, not any type of hatchery. You understand? Because if they had vaccinated things, maybe their mortality rate would have been low. But in this case, they were not vaccinated. He didn't also contact any veterinary officer. He thought he had a line. So, Kwame, I will expect you to watch this video so that you can go over your poultry. This time around, I'm not sure you're making those kind of things. So let's go on. Also, you have to provide them with clean drinking water. Also, their eating or their feeding trough and their watering trough should be clean at least once a week to improve the well-being of the fowl. Also, when you are done, let's say you can also give them some things like some vegetables, which also help their health. Also, you make sure that they are always healthy. You feed them accordingly, and they are good to go. So, we come to the end of this section. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. We thank you for having time to watch this video to the end. We hope to see you next time on our channel. If today is your first time on this channel, remember to like, subscribe and follow, because so that we all help ourselves. I hope you enjoy the content. Share it to your friends for them to also get more insight of it. This is the end. Thank you very much. Bye bye. I hope you enjoy the content. Bye.